That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think maybe one of the things that stood out was the use of the term conscious fashion. And
Mm-hmm.
I still don't exactly know what that means, but it sounds really good. So can you tell me what that means to you?
Totally. So to me, it's kind of being mindful and as aware as we can be every step of the process. And it's a tough piece, and I've gotten called out on it because of my use of leather. And
Sure.
so in my personal life, in my spiritual life, like I'm all about personal growth. I'm all about like being conscious of how we show up, the impact we make, and that everything we do does have consequences and does affect other people. So within business, like I really want to run Soul Carrier in a holistic manner. So I'm not
Sure.
cutting corners at the sake of like padding the bottom line, but then like I'm using doing things that are shadier and ethical. So for me, conscious is just being like literally showing up how I would in my personal life, in business. There's kind of this movement that's coming up, like conscious capitalism and like
Okay.
Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people becoming benefit corps, which is kind of that stamp of saying, I'm going to do things up to a higher standard. And you have to take this pretty rigorous assessment saying, you know, like, do you recycle? How many women sit on your board? Like, are you doing manufacturing ethically? All these things. It's kind of like what organic is to food, fair trade. And to me, that stuff lights me up. And it's just this idea of like, people over profit, and like we can't continue doing things. There's a documentary called True Costs, and it's highlighting the fashion industry and how clothes are made in India and fast fashion. And it was a Kickstarter project.
It? I'm just writing it down just so I remember.
Oh, so well done. And it'll, like, I love Zara, and I'll go to H&M, and you'll be like, ouch.
I know, and I've heard of it before. I know there was a blogger that did a piece about it, and I was like, I don't think I can watch it. I don't think I can watch that.
No, because it makes you go. It's beautifully done. It was a really documentary, but yeah, it highlights those things in our obsession with consuming and the waste and the cotton farmers who are using pesticides and like these insane cancer rates in Texas.
Wow.
Due to the pesticides. And then in India, this is heartbreaking. So there's some town that has the highest suicide rates in India because the farmers, their crops will fail, and their Monsanto, the seed company, they give them the cotton seeds. Well, the strain of cotton they use is not strong enough to withstand all the pests, so they have to use pesticides. Well, they can't afford the pesticides. It's a sick cycle, and so the farmers end up committing suicide because they go bankrupt and they can't afford.
Goodness.
And so you're just like, oh my gosh, so that I could have a $2 T-shirt,
right?
Like, so to me, conscious fashion is being like, okay, I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to do things differently. Like my prices may be higher. I may not be able to churn out stuff as fast as the big companies because I'm a small startup, and I'm going to, you know, when you take the higher road, it's a little hard.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how and there's some fashion companies doing it. Like the more I research, I'm like, this is cool. Like more be power. And there's this brand in LA, Apollos, and this other girl, Vox. But there's not that many B Corps, and it's tough too when you're a J. Crew or Forever 20 when you're gigantic. So to like turn the ship around, like it's
yeah, definitely. It is the trending topic in fashion though, which I think is so good. At the same time, it's scary because I am such a consumer. I'm like I can't afford $100 T-shirt. You know, I want the $5 T-shirt, but at the same time, you know, at what cost to someone else. So yeah, that's
totally. I go to Whole Foods and I'm like, I love to juice, and I'm like, all I bought was vegetables, and that's so expensive. I have nothing else to like cook the rest of the week. But you're like, okay, it's organic, but I know it's tough. It's not an easy thing. So I'm like, if we can each just do as much as we can, and with leather, it's tough because I love leather. I think it's an amazing
me too.
And I understand it as an animal, and I understand cattle ranching is not great for the environment. So it's like I'm trying to do the best I can and I feel like we're all evolving. I'll be in a few years. It's not where I am now, and so maybe I will be able to do things with the faux leather that's just as amazing.
Right.
But it's tough when people are like call you out, and they're like, "How can you be conscious?" I'm like, "This is human. It's a scale." You know?
Yeah, sure.
But you eat chocolate cake on Sunday. It's like it's still healthy. It's just
Oh, well, good for you for doing your part. That's really good.